story in a day. How long has it been since I've done that? Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. Delta and the Bannermen is the first three-part 25-minute episode story since all the way back at Planet of Giants. Planet of Giants. But this is the very first time since then that a story this specific length has happened, and it will happen again tomorrow, and several more times. It becomes a staple of the Seventh Doctor era. Being as I don't really want to do a 30-minute workout day, and I don't want to do a last part of one story, first part of another story day, I just decided to go ahead and do all three episodes in one go in 75 minutes this morning, which also means I went a mile further on the treadmill this morning than I usually go, so I'm a bit more sweaty even than usual, but that's all to the good because I love this story with all my heart and soul. This is a story that could very easily be a 13th Doctor story. You could lift the script directly, replace Mel with Yaz, upgrade some of the special effects, and hey presto, you've got a story that would stand right next to Kerblam and feel perfectly at home in the modern era. This is also as close as Doctor Who ever comes to a musical episode. The bulk of the story is set in 1959 with a rock and roll soundtrack that just can't help but make you happy. With Rock Around the Clock, Why Do Fools Fall in Love, Mr. Sandman, it is a greatest hits of the era, and it's fantastic. It's also noteworthy because at the time it was being written, Bonnie Langford was considering leaving the series mid-season. And so this story was written with another character, Ray, who was set up to be a new ongoing companion. The idea being that Mel would decide to stay on Earth and Ray would come on board and that would be that. And as a matter of fact, Sophie Aldred auditioned for the part of Ray and didn't quite get it. But as it happens, Bonnie Langford decided to stay on through the end of the season, which means she does one more story tomorrow in Dragonfire. And so the character of Ace was brought in for tomorrow's story, and Sophie Aldred got her day. And I am so glad she did. But we'll get to that tomorrow. Overall, much like yesterday's Paradise Towers, this is a story that I can't recommend highly enough. It was these two stories back to back that completely reshaped my unfounded opinion of the Second Doctor. I had always, without any particular reason beyond looking at screenshots, just assumed that the Seventh Doctor era was low-rent garbage, the last gasps of a dying program, and I could not be further than the truth. At this point, the series is more vibrant and alive than it has been in years. And under the story direction of script editor Andrew Cartmel, it's going in interesting new directions. He had set out a master plan that added a layer of darkness beneath the stories and an overarching concept that would bring an entirely new dimension to the character of the Doctor. And although that was never fully realized, the underpinnings of it make this era of Doctor Who so good. And yes, the title of this story, Delta and the Bannermen, is absolutely inspired by the 80s group Echo and the Bunnymen, and I couldn't be more tickled about that. In any case, that wraps it up for today. I will see you tomorrow for Dragonfire with the farewell of Mel and the arrival of Ace. I'll see you tomorrow.